Alright, been a while since I made one of these. Don't know if my buddy Hammy still watches. That'd be awesome if he did, though. So I'm a goddamn maniac. Well, I'm in my new domicile, my new dwelling. I'm in a Subaru Forester. This is where I live. It's raining outside, so when I crack the window, because I got the heater on, when I crack the window, I get wet on my left-hand side. It sucks. Because I really want some fresh air. So, yeah. So, since Donald Trump was elected president, 4 and some years ago, I have been on the road. Great portion of that I've been homeless. I had an apartment for a period of time in McAlester, Oklahoma. But I was working on the road so much, I didn't see any good reason to pay for it because I was never there. There was nothing in it. It was empty. And then I was homeless again. And then I got my trailer. And I was in that trailer for a few months. While I was on unemployment during the COVID-19 crisis, pandemic. Are you supposed to put the quotes around syllables? Syllabic quotes? Pandemic. Anyways. Yeah. And I'm tired. I just spent some time with a good friend of mine who had tried to kill himself a few months back. Took some pills. He fucked himself up so good that he took the pills, and then 4 days later he woke up in intensive care. 4 days later. So he did a really good job of trying to kill himself. Now he's staying in a tea house, in a transitional house. And he has a lot of anxiety and fear that he lives with every day. And I did some mushrooms the other night, and oh my God, it seriously took my depression away. And then a lot of things that I've been talking about for the last few months, last couple of years, right? My friend John Jessup Kennan, the poet, I fucking went out to lunch with him when I first got here. Me and him, we had a conversation with a friend of mine, Patrick, and it was a great conversation, man. I mean, it was great. Nobody overspoke. Nobody overdid it. It was really good to be around John because, you know, he's a quiet guy and he takes his turns. And then, so today, I texted him first thing this morning because I couldn't go yesterday. He wanted to go out for breakfast. So I texted him this morning. I was like, hey, what are you doing? Let's go get some coffee. He's all, meet me at Sierra Grill. Let's eat. I said, okay. So we went to Sierra Grill, and he bought me breakfast, and I had steak and eggs. And let me tell you, it was fucking effing-licious. They cooked that steak medium. And then I had a conversation with somebody that is 100% fucking on board with the way I see the world. He is not off the mark at all when it comes to being honest about questions we have and things like that. We was talking about religion, and as a Catholic, right? And I told him, you know, like, there's so much I don't know that it's even hard for me to say the vow honestly. You know, I believe everything that the church teaches because I don't know everything that the church teaches. There's no way I can see that one man could know everything that hundreds of men put together over a period of 10,000 years, right? In context, you know, of the times. It's a massive, and the different literary styles, that's a massive undertaking. I don't think there's one human being on the planet that can do that. I know, because I know that I'm of average intelligence, you know, which puts me in a neat spot to look at the different various degrees of intelligence, you know. I have so many friends, oh, everybody's equal. No, everybody's not equal. Everybody is not equal. They do not have equal measure of talents. They don't have equal measure of abilities. They don't have equal measure of capacity. They don't have equal measure demographically or socioeconomically. There is no equanimity. Not even in the raunchiest ghetto in the world is there equanimity. There are varying degrees of power, size, strength, ability. You know, I mean, it's obviously diverse. Obviously fucking diverse. So I hop up in this car, right? This homeless motherfucker, you know, like, and that's what I am. I am a crazy homeless motherfucker. You know, and I'm, you know, I went over to my buddy Jordan's house, too. That was another great thing that happened. And we watched all these punk rock documentaries, you know, about the life. And I'm like, you know, I'm in that life. That's who I am. That's fucking who I am. And not because I chose it as a fashion statement. I didn't choose it as a fashion statement. It was thrust upon me, the circumstances of life. And for people to deny that their circumstances is just fucking ridiculous, right? And really when people go, oh, you need to earn it. You need to go out and get a job, okay? One, they don't know you, right? Two, that's not true. It's not true. The truth is that people get railroaded. They get stolen from. They get beat up. They get knocked down repeatedly over and over and over again, and they end up in bad places. And it's through the greed of others. It's the selfishness of others that puts them there, right? So it's the selfishness of you. The selfishness of you. Oh, well, I can't help you. I'm sorry, bro. Nothing I can do. Go out and get a job. Cut your hair. You know? And so that's my main issue with Republicans. Is, you know, they're super fucking lazy. And extremely fucking greedy. And terribly self-centered. You know? And I'm talking about the average voter in Placer County. You know? And the same thing with the Democrats, but they're worse. They're worse in a way, because they're like them baby, give it to me, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. You know? And employers, you know, they just fucking lie. They fucking lie. The lowest part of their overhead is employees. You know? How do you know that, Cornwell? Because I'm in fucking business. The deal is that I'm just being honest about it. I'm honest about it, so I get run out, because I'm honest. Because I don't overcharge. Well, we got expenses and we got to do this and we got to do that. No, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to get any of those permits, and you don't have to suck the government's dick. You really just don't have to. And the only way to make it stop is to stop doing it. And the only reason you don't stop is because of the protections that it affords you, so that you don't have to lose anything. Right? While the great majority of Americans are losing every fucking day. I just went down to the tent city, you know, and looked, because I was looking at parking places for me and my car. And, you know, and I was weighing out, you know, pros and cons. Well, I know that I can go there and probably not get rousted by the police, you know, because being homeless is illegal, don't you know? And trying to deal with that fucking world sober is very hard. And, of course, that leads to darker and darker things. So, you know, and what do? They roust them, they arrest them, they kick them out, they make them move. These people have shopping carts to use to move their stuff around. So, yeah, it's not all about fucking drive and ability. You know, a lot of it is you're lucky, motherfucker. And I guarantee there's a shit ton of you motherfuckers out there with trust funds. And I guarantee there's a shit ton of you motherfuckers out there with fucking... what do you call it when somebody dies? Inheritances, you know, and I bet you had families that cared about you and helped you out. There's a lot of people whose families don't give a fuck about them, you know, and it's hard to understand something that you've never experienced. But it's really important that everybody tries to use their imagination to put yourself in someone else's shoes. You know, a lot of folks live paycheck to paycheck. They're on the brink of homelessness. You get a couple of bad circumstantial shots and you're fucked. That's a reality, man, that I've experienced in my life. You know? And you know, some of these Christians I met are the most unchristian people I've ever met. You know, and you know, while I have a tendency to be a moralist, you know, I'm not one of the most moral guys in the world, you know. I've made a lot of fucking selfish, self-centered errors in my life. You know? And it's not an understatement. Because, I mean, I know who I am. And I know how dark I am. And I know how light I am. I own my shadow. But I don't act on my shadow. And a lot of these lies that we tell in the interest of self-preservation make the world harder and worse for everybody else. Okay? And you have a share in that sin. I have a share in that sin. And authoritarian complexes. So many people have authoritarian complexes. They just love ratting people out. You know, for things that, you know, they can't do nothing about. You don't want to step on the neck of the powerless. You know, you don't want to do that. You really don't. Because there is a final judgment. There is a final judgment. And this isn't all there is, guys. This isn't. This life, this world is not our home. John took me to a church. He said, look at that sign. Love this, love that, and then love the world. He said, didn't Jesus say, love not the world? And hate. It's not okay to hate anymore. Let me tell you, there are 6 things God hates. Yea, 7 he finds abominable. And that's what everybody does. I mean, I'm guilty of it, right? Vitriol, character assassination, gossip, authoritarian bullshit. You truly aren't your brother's keeper. You truly aren't. And that's incidentally what Cain said after he murdered his brother and God questioned him. Where is Abel? Where is he? Am I my brother's keeper? And Judas. So many Judas, so many Cain in the world. So, you know, I don't see a lot of homeless people coming on and talking about it. I'm sure somebody could send me some links. But let me tell you, man, I am a guy that has rejected this. I have rejected the way things work. I don't like it. I don't want any bit of a fucking part of it. I am resentful that I have to do things to survive in it that are unnatural and artificial. Our entire lives have become artificial. Everything. Everything's disposable. People are disposable. Marriages are not even marriages anymore. They're fucking relationships. When did that fucking happen? I don't want a relationship. If I wanted any experience with a woman at all, I would want a marriage. Definitely not anything as fucking stupid as a fucking relationship. And let me tell you, you use the word, you're a fucking asshole. The word relationship. Quote, relationship, close quote, is a word only used by stupid fucks. You should be ashamed of yourself. So yeah, in this modernist, collectivist fucking shithole that used to be called the United States of America, but no longer is, we have a bunch of selfish people and we could solve all of the world's problems There's not going to be any excuse for us when we stand in judgment. You guys have to give some things some serious thought. Serious thought. There is no Republican. There is no Democrat. Those are only fucking imaginary parties that the puppets talk about on the television set. The only topic is secession. At this point. So it's just time to disobey. Women, you are not vaginas. Men, your purpose in life was not to come on this planet and fuck everything that walks. It is the least satisfying activity that you can do unless you're doing it with the right person under the right circumstances. Nobody will ever comments on my videos. I'll take any comment. I'll take any comment and I'll take any like. I'll take it. I'll take a thumbs down. Thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. If you give me a thumbs down, I'd love to hear what you think. I would love to hear what you think. All right? And I would love to respond to it. So if you do make a comment, right? I don't have a shit ton of viewers or anything, so I will respond. I will respond. And if anybody's in any trouble, right? If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling fucking depressed, fucking let me know. I'll give you a way to fucking get a hold of me and I'll talk with you. I will listen to what you have to say. I will try to help you. So, yeah, man. I love my life. And I love those people in my life. And if you end up in my life, I will love you too. I mean, you're gonna get the Ben, right? This is what I am. You might not always like me or like what I say or anything, or you might not enjoy it if I have to tell you the answer is no right now. But I will. I'm always there for my friends. I always answer their phone calls. I always answer the phone calls. Every time. If I don't get it right away, then it's just because I'm unconscious, but I will call you back. I will. If you want to visit in person over a cup of coffee, smoke some cigarettes, I will. If you want to question my sources, I will provide them. You want to know why or what my reasons are for my beliefs, I'll fucking do my best to share it with you. I'm saying we have to start hanging out and being together. We have to talk about these things, and we have to work hard to overcome the evil in this world, which seems way out of balance. So, anyways, I'm here. I'm here. I'm always here, guys. So I love you, especially Hammy. Fucking love you, Hammy.